What up, though? Even though to some this a touchy subject, but for me, it's my history. It's an era. It's a moment in time that was captured by the whole world, dog. It just didn't happen in the Bronco chase. It happened every time the juice touched that ball, dog. Let me just say right quick, me and my brothers, cousins, we lived and ate and did nothing but prepared and thought about sports, man. So I got my own picks on who the GOAT and why they the GOAT and all them thoughts like that. But in football, as far as running backs, my top running back, all running backs, dog, in any era can't be touched. He was a man amongst men. That's Jim Jones. Am I saying his name right, dog? Am I saying his name right? I don't even think I'm saying his name right. Man, it's been a long damn time. That's fucked up. When something that you knew like the back of your hand. Oh, Jim Brown. My bad. I said Jim Jones. I'm like, I knew I said it wrong. But yeah, Jim Brown, dog. You know, he was a man among men. And he was a real man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get a chance to live all that fame and all the glamour life. He still stayed in the hood most of his life and held it down like a real man, dog. I believe in Watts. But anyway, though, to get to my thought, the closest thing to Jim Brown in any type of thought, dog, that brought that type of excitement, because that wasn't my era, so I didn't get a chance to see that, right? But he dominated me. For my era, it would be the juice. I mean, he just captured everybody, dog. Nobody gave a F if Buffalo ever won. Nobody gave a fuck if Buffalo ever even scored. They just wanted to see OJ. They just wanted to see the juice touch that bitch. Cause it was like poetry in motion, man. It was like a stallion running amongst donkeys. He was just too fucking sweet and good at being the juice. And don't tell me he wasn't good. I mean, I ain't trying to get homo. You know what I'm saying? No homo over here, dog. You know what I'm saying? Um, but the nigga was handsome. So he gonna get a lot of people hating on him, dog. You know what I'm saying? Cause he was a ladies' man. You know? He was a magnet. He was gonna draw attention to his ass. But he didn't need his looks. This fool was actually that damn good. Every time he touched that ball, dog, I don't think he ever got touched. You talking about something close to a movie? You talking about something close to a movie like back in the days when what was that movie? Gare Sayers and I forget the name. But remember it was about Gare Sayers and another guy, a white guy or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 60s. It was like the movies, dog. Every time he touched the ball. Because he wasn't getting touched. And if he did get touched, let's keep it real. If OJ did get touched, he didn't get touched clean. He smoothly made 20 yards look like it was something that he did with his eyes closed, dog. He didn't get touched clean. Man, all I know, OJ is what brought women's to wanting to check out sports more. I'm gonna keep it real, dog. You had cats like um Joe Namath. They used Joe Namath, you know, to be that magnet and draw more attention to a bigger audience. And they used the juice as well. The juice was always hood love. He was hood love, but he wasn't he wasn't placed on this untouchable platform. That wasn't Batterhood. You know who placed him on the platform because who else could have gave him Hertz commercials? Who else could have put him in movies? Who else who else could have made his name a household brand? Come on now. When this fool actually did what he did, man, or was accused of what he did, or what accused of what they claim he did, he had the whole world. That's something that we all can remember, dog. Regardless how much we dislike each other, we all can remember that moment when the Bronco chase. We all remember that, dog. We all remember the Bronco chase. That was because everything he was, dog. That was because how they adored him and the icon they made him. They thought he was a good boy. They thought he wouldn't fuck up. They thought his ego wouldn't get in his way, dog. And like a lot of these fools, and like a men's period, you know what I'm saying? We got big egos. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it go. That's the way it go, man. You want it hard. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let a motherfucker feel like he the shit, dog. Come on, now. Let's keep it real, dog. This was my era, man. This was the days for me, man, where you didn't lock the door. Only thing was in between you and your loved ones was a screen door. And it wasn't locked either, dog. We was comfortable to go in each other's homes, being family, without even announcing ourselves, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way we rock. That's the way we got down. That's the love that was popping off then, dog. You can go, you can go, you can go on vacation for a whole damn summer, and ain't nobody was gonna rob your damn crib, dog. Ain't nobody was gonna rob your crib. Them the days I remember, man. It wasn't no crackheads and shit. You know, worst thing we had back in the 70s was some alcoholics, and you know, they were some working men. And they were some working men. You know, they chilled a little bit after they got off of work, man. You know, had them a little couch or some chairs underneath a tree, and that's the way they kicked it, man. After they got out of work, man. We ain't had all them crackheads and shit back in the 70s. And that's what I remember, man, about OJ in that era. I remember the family time, man. I remember when all the family actually got together, dog. You know, people really sat down all together at dinner, man. You know, I remember them days, dog. When people actually sat down together at dinner. You know what I'm saying? Them the OJ days, dog. When families came together to watch a sport that the women's probably didn't even like. But when OJ was playing, they took a peek, man. They had to watch because they knew he was gonna do some shit. They knew he was gonna get out on them, man. If OJ wasn't that good, y'all, for all y'all that claim to wanna, you know what I'm saying, know about sports and know how bad somebody was, man. If OJ wasn't an icon and opened up the doors for people like Jordan and so many more, dog. If OJ wasn't an icon, okay. Why did you have so many legends? Why did you have so many legends coming behind OJ that was straight imitating his whole style, his whole profile? I can name several cats right now that's Hall of Famers. If they ain't Hall of Famers, that's because they being hated on, man. But they Hall of Famers either in college or either in pros. And they was straight up just like OJ, dog. They lived the same life as OJ. What about Marcus Allen? What about Marcus Allen, y'all? Y'all forget about Marcus Allen? He even dated the same women as OJ. Marcus Allen. I ain't gonna say who because I don't want to get, you know what I'm saying, nobody, you know, all, but y'all know who, man. He dated all of them. He imitated OJ all the way. And he even wore OJ number, man. He even wore OJ number. Marcus Allen, dog. His whole style was the OJ. His whole style was the juice. What about Marcus Dupree? Who knew about that Marcus Dupree? Huh? The coldest, and I say this straight up if you know anything about bowl, you know anything about bowl games back in the days, man. The coldest game breaker living up to the hype. Marcus Dupree, dog. That fool was bad, too bad for his own ass. He was just bad, dog. His whole style was like OJ. He was like the juice. What about I don't want to get the I don't want to get the, I don't want to get the first name wrong, dog, because they ain't coming back to me. But what about Dickinson though? What about Dickinson though, dog? You know what I'm saying? If I'm saying it right, dog. First name ain't coming. It ain't coming back to me. But y'all know who I'm talking about, dog. With the galoshes, played for the Colts. Wasn't the Colts? Something like that. No, the Rams. Played for the Rams. Yeah, with the galoshes, shit like that. I think he wore number 29 or some shit like that. Yeah. What about him, dog? His whole style was like the juice. You know what I'm saying? He ran straight up, dog. He ran straight up. He ran like a stallion. You know what I'm saying? He ran like he was running track and shit. You know? And everybody else was on another damn speed and he was on some other it. You know what I'm saying? That was the juice, dog. That was the juice. That's why they hated on him so much, because this motherfucker brought, like I said, he brought families together, man. If it was a movie, and it was a sports moment. It was really like a man moment back in the days, as far as just some football, man. Football wasn't being adored like it is now. That was the whole thought when OJ was used as a magnet to bring in more, you know, more viewers, females. You know what I'm saying? Mainly, dog. I'm telling you, that's why they hated him. Cats can say whatever you want about this man, dog. You can say whatever you want about this man. I ain't here to dispute it. I'm just keeping it real. The man was bad at what he did. You know what I'm saying? He was good at what he did, man. I mean, some foods you just don't mess with. And the juice was one of them. You know what I'm saying? He fooled on a lot of people, man. And that just goes with the ego, dog. That just goes with the ego of anything that you try, that you choose to conquer, or that you reign above everybody else on, dog. That's any field. That ain't just sports. But in sports, that's how it truly go down, dog. So for me, like I said, man, that's what I remember about the juice, dog. I remember the family time, dog. I remember when your mom slipped in to the living room and actually watched a little bit of the juice, because everybody watched him, dog. Everybody knew what he was gonna do. He lived up to the hype. You know, he never disappointed. So my second baddest running back, you already know, it's the juice. All time, dog. It's Jim Brown, number one, the juice, number two, and Barry Sanders, number three. Anybody else you could put in there, dog. But them my top three. Them my top three, dog. I ain't even putting no fourth in there, because I can go with a lot of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I go with a motherfucker like Larry Zonka on your ass. Yeah, Larry Zonka, dog. Huh? We already know about them Dolphins back in the days. I just got to put my little piece in it, man, because when I think about, like I said, the juice, dog, I think about some poetry. This nigga was sweet. This nigga was a badass. He was a badass man, dog. He captured the world. He captured the world, dog. His team wasn't shit. Let's just keep it real. Buffalo ain't never been shit. But who got all the camera time? You know what I'm saying? It's like the Lions on Thanksgiving, man. It's like the Lions on Thanksgiving. These motherfuckers just got good. They ain't never had to be shit. And they always got to be um, the main game on Thanksgiving. That's because Fords. Yeah, Fords. Yeah, yeah. Automobiles. On their ass, man. And we know who gets all the commercials, right? Once again, man, ain't nobody stuck his ass and all them Hertz commercials, and uh, 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 what else commercials? I don't know, in them drawers or whatever, man. You know, whatever he was in. Ain't nobody stick him in all them other commercials, dog. Uh, put him in all them doggone movies. Put his name in headlights. You know, the head, the main head whatever they call that shit, headliner. Ain't nobody did that, dog. You know what I'm saying? The hood definitely didn't do it. Like I said, what I remember about the juice, man, I just remember the family time, dog. How it brought everybody together, dog. It brought everybody together. That's why I'm just telling you, man. That's why everybody hate on him. That's why everybody hating on him. You know, he was meant to get off. He was meant to get off to show to all the non-believers, dog. For all the ones that sit up here and watch so many brothers do time knowing that they wasn't guilty, dog. For all them times, for all them decades, for all them motherfucking centuries. It was just like, it wasn't like the payback, it wasn't like the, I mean, it was a payback for like, but it wasn't like, I don't know, it wasn't like, some intense shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just built up for him to get off, man. Because he was adored. He was adored in such a big way. And he wouldn't got the baddest lawyers. He wouldn't got the baddest lawyers that you could ever get, man. That dream team was really a dream. And they just broke the system down, man. They showed how broken and how, money, and persuasion, you know, uh, can get your ass free. And that's what popped off. So, I mean, we watch it every day, man. Like I said, man, so many cats go to prison and didn't do a damn thing. So, in a way, man, like I said, people wasn't looking for it like that. But when it happened, I think people just, took it like, shit, an eye for an eye. It was set up for his ass to get off, dog. But you see how it went for him. They still caught him up. They still shortened up his life, dog. And rest in peace. Rest in peace, because he's gone, you know what I'm saying? And to the next he's going to the next world. Though if it's up or down, dog, it ain't my choice. But like I said, man, that's what I remember, man. The family time, dog. This food was actually that good, man. He lived up to the hype, man. You know? It's fucked up. He gotta go out like Manson. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up like he gotta go out like Charles Manson or something, but his name's still gonna be popping though. So regardless if somebody dislike him or not, his name's still gonna be worth money, dog. His name's still gonna be worth money. Because he was just a part of he was just a moment in time, dog, that everybody can remember. You know what I'm saying? And not just the Bronco days, but the 70s as well, man. He was just the 70s. He was the 70s for a lot of people, dog. And that's what he was for me, man. You know, the good times, dog. All things that was smooth. And fucked up that he had to go out like that. But like I said, his name's still gonna be popping. The juice. Man, thanks for letting me reminisce, kicking it. Say, spit my little spit. I just had to go ahead and say what I had to say, man, on that. Cause like I said, it was a moment in time for my life, man. You know, for me, man, that's how I'm gonna remember. You know, the juice, dog. This motherfucker was sweet. He made everybody wanted to be sweet too. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker was like untouchable, dog. So they talk about um, people that was trendsetters, people that was trendsetters, icons, and I'm telling you, you can't take that away from the juice, dog. You can't take that away from the juice. He set up, um, he set his own trends. He was a straight up trendsetter, and he was an icon, dog. You know what I'm saying? He was an icon, man. Cause who didn't want to imitate the juice? You know, that was like that was like that was like growing up and watching the Happy Days and shit. And if you knew about the Fonz, you know to throw your thumbs up, man. You know what I'm saying? You knew about the Fonz, you knew to throw your thumbs up. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Happy Days. Huh? Who didn't know about that shit, man? That was the '70s, and that's what OJ is. OJ is a moment in time, man. He was the '70s, dog. You know, you could play a hate on him and say what you want to say, but he was all good in the '70s, man. He was all good in the '70s, and he brought a lot of families together, man. He brought a lot of families together, dog. Yup, that's what I remember anyway, man. We know we ain't gonna never get them times back, but it's good to reminisce, man. You know, marbles and shit, playing marbles before school. Motherfuckers, motherfuckers for real about the marbles, man. Cats was for real about the marbles back in the days when I growed up, dog. That shit was serious. Losing a real marble that you like, man. Losing like a losing like a cat eye or some type of psychedelic badass bitch. I don't know what they call them, but you know what I'm saying? Losing like one of them boys or a bolo or something. Man, cats be tripping, man. The marbles was for real back in the days, man. That shit was some serious business. We know it ain't gonna be no days like that no more, but like I said, when I reminisce about the juice, that's what I think of, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think of, dog. Me and my brothers playing in the backyard. Grass ain't never growed, dog. But dirt, the dirt wasn't like regular dirt. It was like it was like sandy. You know what I'm saying? It was like kind of like a sand type dirt. We always played marbles back in that bitch. My oldest brothers was so good at so many things, man. Kept the bikes going, you know, kept us riding, kept us kept us in some type of um, mobile vehicle. If it wasn't nothing but a push go kart, you know what I'm saying? When a push go kart that you made back in the days out of straight wood, you know what I'm saying? You know, got you a couple 2x4s or some shit like that, 2x8s or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And threw that bitch together, man, and made it happen, dog. And guided it with your foot. That's how you guided it. You guided it with your foot, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's how you guide the doggone big. I mean, not the big wheel, but the go kart or whatever they call that, man. The go that we used to make out of some doggone big wheels or what was big wheels or uh, big wheels, lawnmowers. Okay, y'all, big wheels, lawnmowers, um, and yeah, the baby the baby the baby strollers, the baby strollers. That's what we used to make the go karts out of, dog. Shit like that, anyway. You know, and like I said, you used to guide it with your foot. My brothers like used to always make something, man, for us to do, dog. We used to race them in the alley, man. We would race them in the alley against our neighbors and shit, you know. And that's what we used to do, man. Slinging slinging what was them things when you slinging them clothes them clothes we'll use a clothes we'll use a clothesline what's it called, clothesline that used yeah, like a clothesline used to hook that used to put on like clothes outside, whatever you used to call them, man. Clothesline hanger or something, like clothesline hook. We used to anyway, we used to use one of them boys, man, and put on a piece of wood, and they used to shoot they used to shoot the bottle, not the bottle caps, but the can caps. You know that little piece that come off the can that you tore off, that little can tap. They used to grind them boys and shoot them boys um, with rubber bands, with the clothesline, um, whatever clothesline pin, with the clothesline pin, dog. Yeah, it's been a long time, but that's what we used to do, man, back in the days, man. That's how we used to get. That's how we used to stay in trouble. That's how we used to stay in trouble, and that's what I remember about the '70s, dog. And that's what I remember about the '70s, playing football, man, in the streets. Um, getting your bruises on your elbows and shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, getting scrapes on your knees. After watching somebody like OJ. You know, after watching somebody like OJ, man. Wanted to go out there and imitate his ass. So it was like when I growed up and started really liking basketball. When I really started growing up in the '80s and started really liking basketball a lot more, dog. It was like watching anything that had to do with basketball. It was like watching hoops, or watching the NCAA tournaments, and watching a Cinderella team upset a bigger team or some shit, man. It was just we was we was in on the whole hype of it. And that was the '70s. The '70s was all about big boxing matches, and the whole family came and watched the boxing match. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just the men's or the kids watched Muhammad Ali. We all watched Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? We all watched them, dog. And that was the same thing with OJ. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Joe Namath. Like I said, anybody that liked the sports, you knew who was who. And OJ, the Juice, was a big name. That was a household name, the Juice. Y'all know Magic Johnson. Y'all know Irvin Magic Johnson, uh, wore number 32, right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm telling you, man, he was an icon, dog. That's all I'm saying. He was an icon. Just like people put Jordan on a pedestal, but if you asked a lot of blacks, especially especially anybody from Detroit, especially anybody that's really down with them bad boys, dog. I wouldn't give two motherfucking F's about Jordan, man. Fuck Jordan. Yeah, it's all about them bad boys. It's all about Zeke, baby. See? Different strokes for different folks, right? Different strokes for different folks. What I remember about Jordan, I remember about Jordan is kids getting killed for wearing Jordans in different areas, man. That's what I remember about Jordan. I remember kids in my neighborhood getting murdered for their starter jackets, and their Jordans. That's what I remember about Jordan, dog. But you know, you ask the main world, they gonna say Jordan a good guy. But if you ask somebody in the hood, I'm gonna say Jordan ain't shit. And definitely, I'm down with the bad boys, baby. I'm down with Zeke. You know, Zeke was a real man. Jordan ain't nothing but a figure piece. You know, he ain't nothing but a poster child, dog. I'm not saying he wasn't that good. I'm just saying he ain't that type of man. He don't give a F about anyone but his own ass. A lot of people could have sold out the same way he did, and they didn't. Chris Webber didn't. Huh? Shaq, huh? Big Diesel didn't. A lot of people could have sold out the way he did and got a lot of more kids killed. But Jordan didn't care. He was getting shoes made in them third world countries over there in Nam and shit, where they weren't paying nobody but 10 cents. But yet selling them shoes for over $200 and getting kids killed. I'm just saying, man. They said OJ only, if he did it, they said OJ only killed 2 people. How many people, how many youngsters did Jordan, Air Jordan kill for wearing them shoes? Wrong time, wrong place. I remember a cat was ready to harm me for some old ass Jordans that I ain't even had shoestrings in them bitches. I ain't even had shoestrings in them bitches. And these fools was ready to harm me for some old ass Jordans, dog, that I ain't even had shoestrings in. Until they actually seen how old they was. I ain't even realized they was gonna harm me for them because I was using them as house shoes. And they was actually ready to harm me, dog. For some old ass Jordans, I paid like a bill 50 or bill 60 for. You serious? Is you serious? Fuck them Jordans. I ain't never seen nobody try to kill me over no damn Air Force Ones. I ain't never seen nobody try to kill me over some Nike Airs, dog. But some Jordans? A whole nother story. A whole nother stroke. Like I said, different strokes for different folks. I'm going to leave it like that. You already know how I come with it, man. But, yeah, man. The juice, baby. Rest in peace, dog. Everybody have a good night, man. The best way, man. Real talk. Thanks for coming through, holding me down. And stay smooth, do you. And I hope you enjoy my content. Even if you didn't enjoy the juice, I'm out on that thought, dog. Deuces. Woody whoop whoop. Good night, everybody. Y'all far too kind, and y'all more than welcome. And you beautiful, baby. Do you? And thanks for coming through. I hope we able to do it again. I'm out on that thought. Deuces.